Hi, I'm Ashley Headland. I'm here with Sean Connell, and we're talking about content management, which has become a critical success factor for many businesses. Sean, how can businesses use content management as a competitive advantage?
There's the world of content management has changed in the 10 or so years that I've been using it, and its roots still are very valid. Probably the most important competitive advantage you get installing and utilizing a content management system is really the ability to get out your marketing message much quicker to the market. So the base tools, the base needs of a content management system allow those authors, the marketing folks, to get their marketing message up on the site without requiring someone like myself, the developer, to get involved. That's probably the core of where content management is really going to come into play. What the next generation of content management has really driven towards is a lot more granular understanding of the full customer experience. So really you're starting to get into a lot more of the personalization aspects of who's visiting your site and personalizing the content for them based on their behavior on the site. It's giving the marketers the capability of really targeting content towards the user based on what they're doing and what they really are interested in. And that's really the biggest competitive advantage that's coming out on the next generation of content management systems.
So what are some of the content management best practices that you've found to be successful?
So the core of every content management implementation still is information architecture. Structuring your content in a way that it meets the needs of the content authors, it meets the needs of the website as a whole, but also it's structured for reuse. That is above and beyond the core of every successful CMS implementation. Setting up the content tree and the content structure so it's easy to use and makes sense and is reusable and scalable to meet the needs over time. That's above and beyond the first thing that you need to do right. The next thing, really, workflow and security. Most modern content management, web content management platforms incorporate some form of workflow and security, but a lot of developers, save that till last or skip over it. Huge problem. Workflow allows for a user to manage the flow that a particular content item goes from editorial all the way to publishing, and it gives a granular amount of detail for things like legal review, compliance review, and just to make sure that the marketing message is on target. Really the final thing is site search. A lot of people, just like workflow and security, don't think about structuring the content or the CMS application properly for site search. And I as an individual and a lot of the users out there in the world really are becoming more and more reliant on things like site search to find the exact content that they're looking for. So structuring that content, making sure that it's set up, and making sure that the search is configured in such a way that allows the end user to easily find that content is imperative in every CMS application. Those are three just simple little things, but those are the things that we found as a base core for every single implementation that we do.
Well, thank you for your time, and thanks for joining us on Verndale TV. For more best practices of content management, check out Verndale's latest post on the 6th Floor blog. Thanks.